The Warriors are easily one of the biggest disappointments in the NBA. Coming off a championship season, they were expected to be one of the top title contenders in the NBA, but instead they've been a complete disaster. There was plenty of controversy before the season even started when Draymond Green assaulted Jordan Poole during a team practice. Now 16 games into the year, the Dubs have a bad record of just 7-9, which puts them 12th in the West. Steph Curry has been dominating, but that isn't enough to stop the Warriors from losing most of their games. After losing their veterans in free agency, the Warriors were banking on their young guys stepping up, but instead they've all regressed. Jordan Poole has been shooting the ball really poorly this year, Jonathan Kuminga is putting up worse numbers compared to last year, and James Wiseman has been flat out unplayable, and as a result, he was sent to the G League. The Warriors defense, which was top 2 in the league last year, has been a hot mess. With the Warriors playing this poorly, it's clear that the Dubs need to make a big trade to save their season. It's very easy to say that it's too early to hit the panic button, but no team in NBA history has won the championship after dropping 9 games in its first 15. Furthermore, the Warriors have so many severe flaws that it's clear that this Dubs team is far off from the team that won the title not even a few months ago. In order to save their season, the Warriors need to say damn the future and make a big trade now to land Kevin Durant back in Golden State. The Warriors would definitely lose a big portion of their young players and draft picks, but with Steph Curry turning 35 this season and still being at the top of his game, the Warriors can't afford to waste any of his last few remaining great seasons. The Warriors were hoping that they could have a smooth transition with their young guys continuing the dynasty after Steph retires, but guys like Jordan Poole, James Wiseman, and Jonathan Kuminga simply aren't progressing fast enough to help the Warriors continue to contend while Steph is still great. Enter the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are another team with big expectations that's gotten off to an underwhelming start. Ben Simmons looks like a shell of his former self, and Kyrie Irving has missed 2 weeks of basketball due to off-the-court drama. Kyrie is set to return soon, but if the Nets continue to play bad, they may have to consider blowing it up and starting a new rebuild. Other teams like the Sixers are already monitoring the KD situation, waiting for him to become available for trade again. Should the Nets decide to blow it up, the Warriors should be the first team calling. It shouldn't take much convincing for you to realize why adding KD to the Warriors would make them a title contender. Durant already won 2 chips with the Dubs back in 2017 and 2018. Steph is having arguably the best season of his career, averaging a career-high 32 points per game, and Durant is also putting up a monster season, averaging 31 points per game. With these two still playing at the top of their games, adding Durant to the Warriors' main core no doubts puts the Warriors back in title contention. Now let's look at a potential trade. In this trade, the Warriors give up Wiggins, Jordan Poole, and Jonathan Kuminga along with 3 first-round picks for KD. Andrew Wiggins has already been an all-star, and Jordan Poole has all-star potential. And they're both young enough to be core pieces in a rebuild for the Nets. And getting back 3 first-rounders is also a nice return for Durant. Of course, Wiggins and Poole will never be as good as KD, but if you're the Nets, you already know that it's impossible to get equal value for an all-time great like Durant. They just need some strong young pieces that will allow them to rebuild on the fly. For the Warriors, they lose 2 key pieces to their championship run last year and a nice young piece in Kuminga, but they have reunited their big 4 of Steph, Clay, KD, and Draymond Green. The Dubs wouldn't have the same depth that the old KD Warriors had in 2017 when they had Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston, but in the playoffs, your bench matters less, and series usually are decided by who has the best talent. As long as they stay healthy, they'd be arguably the favorite to win the championship. To be clear, KD is not currently available for trade, but with the Nets season crashing down, it almost feels inevitable that KD will hit the trade market again. The Warriors need to have their offer ready to try to acquire KD when he's available for trade again, because the Warriors don't have time to wait for their young players' growth to align with what's left of Steph's prime. At age 34, Steph probably only has a few years left of remaining a superstar. The Warriors can't waste any more years of his prime, so they're going to have to sacrifice their future to maximize the present by making a big trade for KD. Anyway guys, that's going to be it from me. But now I want to hear from you guys. Should the Warriors trade for KD? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it and hit that subscribe button. And click this video for a more in-depth analysis on what's wrong with the Warriors.